What's happening? What is happening? We are live. Don't have all my stuff today, just had the laptop, so a little bit less a little bit less formal. Mm. Drinking my iced coffee. Let me make sure that I am sending, since I don't have my usual mixer with me, my forever paranoia. Making sure that everybody can hear me. Yeah, there it works. Okay. And let's make sure that we got everything going. Sorry about the delay. There we go. All right. We are live. Okay, good. Okay, so what I wanted to go over today was how I am actually making passive income by claiming Gary actually with by locking it up every single month. So the Dow, as you can see right there, Gary's price is just a little over 32 cents right now. And if you look at the beginning of the year, I mean, this is kind of here. Let me when in doubt, zoom out. That's what it's always what I like to say. So if I wanted to say, let's just look for Gary real quick, so you can see exactly how what's been happening this year with this coin. Now I'm going to zoom out. Look at this. That's a healthy growth over this year. Zooming out, still healthy growth. Here, let's switch to a bigger chart. Look at that. That's a 1 hour chart. We go all the way back to November of last year, and it started to see no momentum when the utility was announced, and it's been being worked on. And if you see like the plateau right there, that was because there is a USDC pool that is now providing liquidity as well. So it found some stability, and then now we pushed past it, and now there's stability past 25 cents. So if let me make sure that I got everything good. Okay, cool. All right. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how I am buying or earning Gary, and I am putting it into my into the locked Gary system, which is one of the ways that you can lock up your coin and basically get a reward. And this is greenlit is approved through all of 2025 by the Dow, and then if people decide to do the Dow to vote in the Dow to approve it for next year, there's a fund, and it would just have to be approved. And so if you want more, that's another reason. Just go and grab some stuff from the Dow or some coins so you can go vote in the Dow. So let me just walk you through it. I'm going to take you through everything step by step. There we go. This tab. Sorry, I only have one screen today. I usually have my second monitor, so I could see this a little bit easier for you. But so basically what we're doing is like, okay, so there's been a big jump with also Draft Tower. If you're not paying attention, this just go and check out Draft Tower. It's part of the utility for Gary Club. It's part of the reason why Gary Coin has also been going up. So go make sure you pay attention. Don't think a month, 2 months, 3 months. I'm not giving financial advice, but don't miss this and then 3 months later go like, oh man, I remember watching Dunk on that stream and he was talking about Draft and Gary Coin, and I wasn't paying attention. So but go and check this one out. You can see that there's been, I'll just quickly show you this activity. You can see it up top. There's been a couple sells, but look at all of these buys. The floor has been going up. You can go a little bit farther back. Look, this is 11 days ago, and the floor was sitting at like 6, and now it's over 10. So over 10.86. So there's a lot of opportunity there just for gains in that but this is for utility because it's going to unlock the stacker agent. But again, I'm not diving too deep into that today. But I wanted to show you how I am actually getting free coins by locking up my Gary. So let me make sure you can see my screen. Good. Okay. Make sure my wallet's on. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Gary.club. If by the way, if you ever can't find something, just go to, this is a community site, Gary Club 101. It just has a lot of the official links there and some information. It's nothing, it's not an official site, but it does have a lot of the information. It's just community run. So if you're ever looking for that, but just go over to gary.club or find it over at garyclub101.com. And all we're going to do is make sure you have your wallet installed. I'm just using the Phantom wallet. You could use whatever you like, completely up to you, but just has to be a Solana wallet. And then you're going to go over to gary.club and make sure that your wallet is installed in your browser. Let me actually just pop it out so you can see it since I'm sharing it. There you go. So that's like a browser. You can see I got Solana, and down at the bottom I got Locked Gary. I got Locked Gary because that I also could install in the DAO. If I wanted to install in the DAO or deposit into the DAO, you would just find that over here at voting, and it brings you right over to the Gary Club DAO. Just connect your wallet, and you could deposit and then vote in the DAO if you like. But today we're just going to focus on how to, first, how somebody would actually deposit into the locked system and the benefits of it. So we have click the Locked Gary tab. And I always find that whether your wallet's already connected to the site or not, I always find for some reason, even if it's connected here, just hit disconnect and reconnect, and then it will pull up everything in your wallet. So if you were going to lock up, like this is your very first time doing this, I'm jumping back and forth. Sorry, I can't really see all of my chat because I only have one screen today. I just need to get like an iPad to be my second screen or something. That's not a bad idea. So what you do if you wanted to lock it up, you would take whatever amount. I don't have any Gary in this wallet right now because I locked it all up. But if I said I wanted to lock up 100 Gary, you would have three choices. You could say like 1 month and you would get 100 Locked Gary, and based off of how much you lock up means how much of the pool. So they're giving away 100,000 Gary each month for 2025. So 100,000, and it's what's the price right there? It says right there on my screen, just about 32 cents. So I mean 32 cents. Let me get this calculator. So 32 cents, 0.32 times 100,000. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So that's easy math, by the way. Didn't even know that's $32,000 that is being dropped right now. It's currently dropped already, but I haven't claimed it out of this wallet yet. So basically, it means that based off of how many people put this, there's the locked and then there's the weighted. So based off the weighted, it's distributed evenly amongst the weighted locked and then given out equally. So if somebody has, 100 and then somebody else gets another 100, now it's 50-50. So as more people do it, it distributes it evenly depending on how many people have locked. So if you lock for longer, for like 3 months, you get 1.8, which means that you have a bigger percentage. So this is the actual amount locked, and this is the amount weighted. And you can see most people lock for 6 months, which is this, so they can get 3 times the amount of rewards, or their share of the rewards, based off the weight. It's a pool, and you get an even amount based off of how much you have compared to everybody else. So it's always changing, just know that. So I'm not going to add anything else right now, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to claim. So now you can come down here. See, I have this one right here. If I wanted to, I'm not going to do it because I just like having 1,000 just ready to grab if I need it, but I still get the benefit. I don't have to pull anything out if I don't want to. So I'm just going to, but if I wanted to, I'd say withdraw. It would give me a pop-up. I'm not going to confirm it. So you would say that I would have to burn 3,000 Locked Gary, which again, do not lose your Locked Gary, because if you don't have it in your wallet, it can't burn it, which means it can't unlock it. So that is your key to getting your coin back. It will return my rent. Every single lock requires a little bit of rent. And then I would get my Gary back, which actually it says 1,018. That's kind of weird. I don't understand this actually, why it's giving me 1,018, but that is extremely I don't understand that actually. That's confusing to me. Why it's not giving me an even amount? That is, I don't know why that's happening. That's weird. Okay, so I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to reject it. But what I wanted to show you is how you would actually claim. Super simple. So again, if there's ever a glitch with this page, which sometimes there tends to be, just hit the disconnect button and reconnect. But now, make sure your wallet is connected, and I'm going to hit claim on this first one. It is I locked up 69,000, Gary. Dirty mind. Definitely was random. All right, so I'm going to hit claim, and it's going to give you this pop-up where it says claim rewards. Now, I locked up 69,000 of them, so my reward is 1,292 Gary. Now, before we hit claim, I just want to, like, let me just grab that actual amount right here. So I'm just going to grab this amount right here, and we're just going to be all round. We're going to round because we're crazy like that. So, and then remember we said 32 cents. So this one drop. Now, mind you, the price of Gary could go up, it could go down. Who knows? I'm just telling you how much Gary you're going to get. But in today's price, this one drop is worth $413. This one drop. So I'm going to hit this button, and you don't believe me. I'm going to hit the button. Let's see how it pans out. There's $101.48 in there. I'm going to get 1,292 Gary and some change. I'm going to hit confirm. And it says success. Now, just so you know, if the Solana blockchain is congested, sometimes this will fail, and the best advice I can give you is just to come back later. Like, if it's giving you grief, just come back. Like, this worked like a dream. I haven't had an issue in months and months and months where Solana has given me grief, but if it ever fails, usually it will say, like, if it doesn't succeed within 120 seconds, then it will automatically reset or like fail, and then you'll have to try again. And what I would recommend if you ever have an issue with this site, because I know that they're planning on rebuilding the whole entire site. So see like how this it ended and it didn't show anything. Again, just hit disconnect and reconnect your wallet. It's the easiest way. I can't tell, but now let's look over here real quick while that's reloading. $418. We got it right here. That is 416, right? 417. Cash in the bank, basically. I could put it back in and deposit more into the lock system. You're gonna need 1,000 Gary in order to use a draft in order to use the stacker agent coming up. So maybe you want to hold off a little bit of that on the side. Just that's why I have that 1,000 ready to unlock. Now let's go to the next one. So here's 11,200. So you get an idea of how much you'd get if you locked up 11,000 of them, which, that's still like $2,500 worth. So at current prices. So if I claim, that's going to give me 209. So again, that's what 50-ish bucks, 60-ish bucks right now. So I hit claim. Again, it's going to give me this pop-up. Always read this. It says confirmation transaction. It says Gary.club. I don't give you advice, but I'm going to tell you, always make sure you are signing with the right people. And it says balance change, or it's only going to add the Gary transaction fee. Double check these confirmations. I'm going to hit confirm. Let's see if it confirmed really quick. Now it's going to add what 60 bucks we said, something like that, over to my balance in a second. There we go. So what do we say? Like, what was my estimation? Like, it's going to be over $1,000 this time for this claim. But anybody could do it. Anybody could do it. This is not a crazy amount. So now, again, I tell you, it's frustrating that you have to do that each time, but it's better than some other Web3 systems. This is actually pretty smooth. So now, if I click the claim button again, it just says 0 now. So if I can't claim until it's April, it's May. So June, which will be the 6th drop of the year, we'll get that in. I may get less coin next time because more people have locked up, or I might get more because more people have unlocked, or I might get more because I've locked more up. So it just depends. So now this one is 30,000. So this should be about 150 bucks ish. So 561. I'm gonna hit claim, and it seems like the blockchain's going pretty fast. 561 claim Solana. Always double check. It says Gary.club. Sorry, there's trash truck outside. I'm visiting the family, so I'm gonna confirm. But this is my advice: go create whatever content you want from wherever you're creating it. So hit OK, and now we're at 66716, but or 664. I said we're probably gonna get at least $1,000 out of this, right? At least $1,000. So this hasn't refreshed yet. If it ever does that, you could either refresh the page, just come back later, or again, just disconnect and reconnect, and it will refresh this all. Might need to, yeah, there it goes. So now if I hit claim, it says 0. We can go into the next one, which is I have 8,360 locked up. I'm gonna hit claim, and 156 claim. And just so you know, you can only lock up 11 lockups per wallet. If it becomes more, you can just unlock them, and you could combine them into one lockup, or you can put them in one lockup, or you could take them and you can put them in a separate wallet or whatever you want. So what are we at now? We're at 715. And again, the unlock. This is why I combine them. It makes it so there's less lockups. Okay, so now it says 0. Well, this will give me 78. Every bit counts. I'm collecting Gary, and this is why I do this, because I'm collecting Gary. I know where it's going. I believe where it's going, based off of evidence and facts. You know how it is. Okay. What are we at now? Come on. Let's see. And let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'm curious where everybody watches from. I'm trying to stream to as many platforms as I can to make sure everybody's heard. Where is it? Okay, this one. Step. Cool. All right. So yeah, let me know where you're watching from, or where you're watching from, and what you're watching on, because I want to make sure that I am reaching people where they want to be reached. All right. 0. This one's 0 now too. Yeah. Now. 4, that's 0. Oh no, I'm running out. Am I gonna make $1,000? Am I gonna get to $1,000? Said $1,000. I think I'm gonna make it to $1,000. At least $1,000. I think I'll make it to $1,000. Okay, let's see what we got now. 2,392. All right, we're getting there. I feel like I'm running out of, I said 11, so I feel like I'm running out of spaces to do it. So there's 0. I think the next one is 0. This one, okay. My 18. So you could say 18 coins. I locked up 1,000, so that would be roughly, if you locked up 1,000 coins, you get about 18 coins. Hey, but if you locked up oh, that's not. What is that? %. I've been using the same websites for 20 years. It's easy. So 18 is what percent of 1,000? So you're basically getting 1.79% a month. So if you think about it, rounding down ish, call it 1.5. You're getting what is it? About 18% a year, which is better than any other. And to me, it's appreciating versus deflationary or inflationary. Inflationary. That's the word. Make sure this doesn't. What did I do? I didn't want to click that. That's Rabby. Okay, back to this. We got that one already. That one already. Are you actually seeing the pop-up? Yeah, okay, good, you are. That one already. That one already. Okay, there you go. Okay, there we go. So I have the 1,000 but then this one? Did I already? Oh, that's 10,000. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to claim this one. 1,187 coins. Definitely, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get to my 1,000. I feel it. Oh, look, we got to $838 worth of 836. I keep on counting the buck and change of Solana. Don't hate me. Okay. So now, I believe I got all but this one. This one still says the amount, right? But this is my big one. It's like 102, almost 103,000. I just locked this up the other day. But now this one's going to give me 1,922, Gary. Now, I'm going to hit claim. I'm going to get the pop-up. There we go. Hit confirm. I think this one's going to push me over 1,000. What do you think? Let's see. There you go. I just claimed. Let's give or take Gary Pump. So we can call it $1,400. I just claimed $1,400 just because I locked up Gary. Like just locking it up. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to work. I didn't have to trade my time for money. I didn't have to do any of those things. I just had to lock it up because I engaged in the ecosystem. There's a whole bunch of different ways that this is one of my biggest pieces of advice. If you're going like, hey, how do I make some money in crypto? Like I got involved with like Gary Club and Gary Coin and Draft Tower because I saw a Web3 business. I saw something that had potential, and I think that's the way that people need to think about Web3 in general. Like I'll point out like the Cast card is a great example. You think, oh, it's just a credit card or a debit card that you could use, and I've been using this really good. So if you do want to try the Cast card, by the way, mydeficard.com is my link if you wanted to support my streams. But this is a good example. Like if you take advantage of their ecosystem, they have points, sort of like credit card points, but they give you points that lead into basically being able to claim an airdrop down the road, which probably is going to be even better than credit card points. So, hey, if you're going to spend I can go to Coinbase and just use my Coinbase debit card, or I could use the Cash card and I can liquidate my USDC to pay my bills in the real world. But my point is that wherever you need to take advantage of the ecosystem, I only was able to claim 1,400 and change of Gary just now because I took advantage of the ecosystem, and I earned when I could. I collected, I bought. I would go and find another opportunity. Here's another example of ways that you like. I'm just gonna throw out a couple of ways that you could. Yeah, is that the right? Yeah. Why can't I spell things? Like here's a good example of one. You can, when you take your assets, you could drop them in here. Like so, say you have, you stake your Sol. You could stake your Solana. That's giving you a percentage. Usually, liquid stakings between like 7 and 8% a year. That's okay. You're making money on. Money's making money. But hey, you drop it in here. You stake it with Save. And now you could drop it in here and you're going to make an additional 11.23. This fluctuates percent. But my point is, you take advantage of the ecosystems and you look for things like this and like this, where you're going to be able to claim it because it's a business. I look at things like Gary Club as a business, Draft Tower as a business. And that's the reason why they're actually doing well long term. I look at things like Cast Card as a business. Remember, mydeficard.com if you want to get started with Cast Card. I'm loving the fact that I could just spend USDC or USDT. I just paid some bills. I bought that domain, I bought mydeficard.com with my Cast Card, by the way. I bought it with my Cast Card. I spent USDC buying that with my Cast Card. No joke. Oh, I got something in my teeth. But again, it really does help me if you go through that link, by the way. Now, again, mainly what I wanted to go over, but go and If you need, there's on this channel on YouTube, I do have videos showing you how to do this again, but you could just watch the stream. It was so easy. Make sure your wallet is connected to Gary Club, and then again, go to the locked Gary, and then if it doesn't show, like it's not showing right now, just go to this page, disconnect, and reconnect to your wallet. It's really that simple. I don't know why that it's like a refresh thing. I don't know, but it's fine. So there we go. Okay. But that's it. I literally just claimed I need to update the title, because I definitely, this was not, I didn't make 1,000. I made 1,000, about 1.5, 1,500. And the thing is, though, is like, I'm bullish on Gary. I don't think the way I look at it, I didn't just make 1,000. That's not the logic of that for me. The way that I see it is I just made 4,521 Gary, because I believe that Gary's going to go up. And if Gary goes up to $20, $30, $40, $50, $100, man, if it goes up to $100, I just claimed I just claimed thousands of dollars. But if it goes up to $1, which I believe it will, not financial advice, then I actually just claimed like $4,500. So, and the fact that we went from 4 cents to 32 cents this year alone, and it's because of actual utility business, creating utility and use cases for ecosystem. That's why I'm bullish on it. So again, go ahead and do your own research. Grab the coin that you need. But why does that say on Pump Fund that it's a little bit more expensive? That's interesting. Jupe says that the price has just dipped a little bit. It's all good. Again, go and grab some Gary. You can get it from Jupe. And by the way, there is also a swap here on Gary Club. You can just go here and link your wallet, and then you could swap between a bunch of different community tokens, as well as Solana and Gary, and it's all just local. But it's not the aggregators don't hit up this pool. But you could always buy it here, and hey, maybe it's a slightly better price since it's not being hit up by the aggregators. And then again, once you do lock up your Gary, you're given locked Gary, you could always connect here. And I don't have it in here because I put it in my wallet for a second, but it would just show here, and then you can vote in any of these DAO votes that come up. So, and again, just locked Gary, make sure your wallet's connected, and it's really that simple. If you have questions, again, I post a lot of the things over here. I just give you information at GaryClub101.com. If you do want to get started, I mean, there's a good place to come and learn is there's a space at 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. Joe runs it every single day. I try and join as much as I can. I'm there more often than not. So yeah, there we go. So just go and lock up as much as you are able to, because I'm bullish on collecting as much Gary as possible and not necessarily just the current value. This is good, but in my mind, I just claim thousands and thousands of dollars because I know where Gary's going. And it's good. Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go and learn about the Stacker Agent. Come to one of those spaces and learn. Gary Henderson, who's the founder of the project, he does a live stream like this every single day. JJ, he does a recap of it every single day. If you want to, so go look at the people that I interact with on Twitter X. And if you want to actually be able to see how we're doing it, because I'm not a bajillionaire, and I've been able to do this. I've been able to use Web3 to earn me money every single day. I just showed you couple different ways. I just made $1,500 just hitting a few buttons in Gary Club. You could make collect points using things like Cast Card. You could earn interest on things using I honestly want to get Gary on Lend.finance. That's gonna be, I can't wait until it shows up here, and then people could earn Gary and then earn an additional 12% lending it out, or whatever percent lending it out. and it's basically just like the savings account that you just leave it into. It's good. I really can't wait until they add it here. It's gonna be super dope. Another way for you to earn interest on your Gary. Like, I love it. Make your money work for you. And then if you don't know anything about this platform, you could also borrow against stuff that you deposit. So if you deposit, like, that's why I really want them to add it, is that I want to be able to deposit my Gary, which I think is going to go up in value, and then I'd be able to put it to work without ever having to sell it, because I never want to sell my Gary. Like, I'm so bullish on it, I can't tell you. Cool. All right. If you missed this month's, there is still 7 months in the year. 100,000 Gary. That is still 700,000 Gary. So at the current price of $32,000 per batch, I mean, you're not hundreds of thousands of dollars of Gary in the next couple months. And again, even though the price was cheaper at the beginning of the year, it still was Gary that was given out. It doesn't matter. So, go and grab some Gary, and don't miss out on June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and if the Dow decides, who knows, it could continue into 2026. I don't know, but cool, awesome. Yep, awesome. All right, we got here. Who knows where to buy? I don't know where to buy it. Sorry. On pre-sale. I don't know where to buy it on. I'm sorry, I don't know where to buy it. Was it a XAI Z? I'm not sure where to buy it on pre-sale. I'm sorry, but what I could tell you is that I've made a lot of gains, like, with Gary. So I'm sharing what I don't like to jump into gambling things. That's why I'm here. I'm not a gambler, but I invest in businesses. But you know who is a gambler? Stacker Agent AI, and that's why I'm so bullish on this, because I don't need to be the gambler. I'm terrible at selling. I'm great at buying at a good time, and I'm terrible at selling. I always fumble the bag with the sell. It's the emotions. So don't fumble the bag like I usually do. Go grab yourself a Stacker Agent and do that. You could see that the coins are getting more expensive. So if you go do some research on it. But I'm sorry, I don't know where to get those on pre-sale. Cool. All right. Thanks, everybody. I will see you later. I'm going to try and join the space in about an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes from now. But if not, then I'll see you in the next live.